So this is the MarketAbilities MGM podcast.
Yep, episode 13.
I was about to say.
Ooh, lucky 13.
Episode 13.
Look how far we made it.
I can't believe it, honestly. It's
Actually,
so
we
fun.
skipped a year and we're back now, and yeah, we've come a long way.
We never stop.
Yeah, the thing that people need to know about what we're doing here is we're actually a marketing ad agency. So
Yeah.
we have things to do aside from podcasts
Business was
constantly.
constantly.
Yeah.
And there's been podcasts happening. They just weren't recorded.
Correct. Dang it. Yes, so much material. No doubt. So you guys obviously brought something to the table to discuss today, right?
For sure.
No, you did not.
Absolutely.
Well, what you got?
Yeah. Go ahead, Prescott.
Oh, well, I was just following the group.
I was going to say, this might be a recent thing. Did you watch those cameras on the Olympics?
Yeah.
The 360-degree.
Dude,
yeah, those
Cameras?
guys
I've
are
known
crazy.
about those for some
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Wish list.
I'm late to the game.
Yeah, wish list.
Oh my
definitely.
gosh.
Very cool.
Incredible.
I just want one.
That's all we need, really.
I'm not sure what I would do with it, like when I got it, but
We'd
I
come up
want
with
it.
something.
I just didn't see the cameras in any of the shots. That's, I think, what
So
I was
cool.
most surprised about is
So cool.
even though it went in a circle, you didn't see the other cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that on other shows as well. Like even before the Olympics, how well they do with how many cameras there are, and you just never see another
Incredible.
camera.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You know, that's fantastic that you brought that up because that actually led me right into my discussion because I came prepared today.
Gotcha.
And we can talk at length about what's known as stealth anything. Okay. So it was a military term.
We just lost our screen. I'm going to go fix it.
Dude, we were on a roll. Okay. We got to keep
That
it
was
going.
really, it felt natural.
We'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Let's just keep. He'll be back. He's
Yeah.
crawling underneath
Yeah.
there. Can you take a picture of him when he crawls back underneath, please, just so we can show people that this was real? But anyway, the military, you know, they have technology that will make weaponry and all of their vehicles seemingly invisible, right, or near invisible. Would you agree? Is that the terminology?
I've never
stealth, like a stealth
yeah, stealth.
bomber.
Yeah.
You know, stealth whatever vehicle. Bomb.
What is it like? Not a hologram. What's the word?
Invisible?
Invisibility cloak. Why did it take me so long to figure that out?
That was a lot. Maybe we will cut this
invisibility
segment.
cloak.
Yeah, maybe we will cut this after all. But I thought it would be really cool today to talk about stealth advertising. You guys know what that is?
Absolutely. It's what we do.
Well, tell me about it.
Stealth advertising is when you use a location that has a few subtle clues of where you are without actually giving it away. And then you also showcase the experience within where you're, like maybe you're filming from.
Hey, he's coming in. Anybody got a camera?
Are you recording
I got
this?
it. It's under the desk.
You got it?
I've been
Oh,
recording.
you got it? Okay. All right. Go. I'll take photos. Oh, my gosh.
Nice.
This is how you arrive to a podcast?
Yep.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Ridiculous. Okay.
I was going to say stealth advertising is when you take, say, a show and you leave logos out.
That's one form.
And
definitely,
people don't realize that subliminally
that they're saying it.
they're seeing it. And then you're like, I'm thinking about Coke right now. I have no idea why.
Right.
Kind
It's
of
like, oh, I'm
kinda
thinking
like
about
what-
Prairie Farms.
Kind of crazy, isn't it?
That's kind of like what American Idol did. Always had their little Coke glasses out, even though they said most of the time they were never filled with Coke. It was almost always water.
Yeah, I think it's
Or vodka.
interesting. Every movie I watch now, I see it literally every single time. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why is there a Sprite in this shot? Like, and it's so like prevalent too,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not.
Exactly.
You know, it's
right.
yeah, it's crazy.
They're trying to be like real people using real
Yeah.
products. It's like, come on, really?
Oh, and here's actually another
You're not
little
real.
fun fact.
Real.
I didn't know if you guys knew this, but anyway, so some products have a specific brand that they sell. They said that in shows like not your sitcoms, well, sometimes those too, but if a character has an Apple phone, it usually means that they're always a good guy. Whereas like if somebody has an Android, they can be on like a good guy's side, or they could potentially be an
That sounds
antagonist.
political, right? I don't know.
No, it
guess
is.
We can't
I
go there.
actually think it's
President.
accurate,
I don't
but we can move on.
I understand why, but yeah, some people
It's kind of
actually.
like when you shoot a presidential candidate, not shoot, sorry, wrong word. When
FBI handler,
when
we're
you're
not-
taking video or photo,
Well, it depends if it's
the media can help a person win
Present
an
or
election
past.
based on the wall that they put them. Stop. Stop. I mean, sorry. We got to now rate this show. But,
Remember when we told you about stealth advertising?
Exactly. Stealthily pretend like we're not here, okay? Or you don't see us. And know how the background and where you put a candidate and how you interview them. And it changes everything, like your psyche, if it's a warm or a cold environment, or, if he looks harsh, or if
Yeah.
somebody lit really well, or whatever.
The famous photo of, I think it's Ronald Reagan when he went somewhere, and apparently in that photo it was like 20 degrees out, and he's just like in a suit and jacket, and the other person next to him's like bundled up. And that's actually a really powerful photo from his presidency.
Oh, yeah. So I love the bloopers where inadvertently you see something that absolutely does not belong in that era. I think that Starbucks was spotted in an episode of Game of Thrones or a
Yes. Yep. I remember that.
That's
It was
hilarious.
tweeted. They're like, hey, look, there it is.
dude. I guarantee you, if you go look at sales of Starbucks after that, just because it was, like you said, one of those things you didn't even know you wanted, but because you saw it, because people were talking about it,
yeah.
a spike in sales, they got to have it.
I think there was a time where Starbucks, there was a theory that they would spell your name wrong at Starbucks so that when you tweet about it, you'd actually be promoting Starbucks and not realize it. Like, oh man, they screwed
Totally.
up my name
Totally.
again.
Yes.
Yep.
Any advertising is good advertising.
Oh, for sure. Kanye.
Totally. But anyway, yes, stealth advertising is most certainly, it's inspired, or I know you love this word this year, it's intentional marketing.
Yes.
And it has to achieve results for both parties, the clients. And then you know that you've been effective, and it can be called advertising or PR or promotions.
Interesting.
That's good stuff.
Is it?
Well, I guess I just never understood the transition into it actually being like PR. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I found just insane, that word of mouth, you just talked about tweeting or what, and I don't know if they're counting that as word of mouth or just Joe Blow sharing this content, but apparently still has a far greater impact than any type of content or email marketing.
It's so
Yeah.
good that you said that. This morning, I was at the gym and I was listening to a woman talk about a construction company that was remodeling her home and telling this other person, oh, yes, you should definitely give them a call.
Great
It
experience.
Walks around the corner and literally says, oh, look, the owner's right there. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
it was like advertising was so much better because it was like, oh, okay. And she introduced her to the owner of that business. And it was just
That was
so-
planned. That
it
was totally staged.
I thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was
Could've
stealth
been.
advertising. Like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, you just wait right there. Let me talk to this girl real quick. I'm gonna bring her
about
right
to
back around.
talk you up.
Like
yeah.
that is probably the best form of advertising that lately I think has been working in a lot of areas that I guess I've ignored. Especially when you're just talking about where you wash your car at. Oh, I wash my car over here. Is it good?
Yeah.
Like I genuinely,
Is it ever really? If you get out and look, I mean, the bug's really off the front. And
no.
Did they,
If we're thinking about the same place,
never.
no.
It's never.
I'm
Never
almost
good.
tempted that this summer I'm gonna do it myself because it's not the same.
I just wait till it rains. Like really hard.
Why?
And then you're out there with soap and water.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, no, I use earth soap and water.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Mother Nature.
You do know. if you-
Pachamama.
You know what?
Oh, like
This show has just been filled with errors and innuendo and
But there's a lot of gold.
randomness. Yeah, I like it. Did you know that apparently if you do find that one car wash that does a really good job, you put Pam on the front when they're done, and bugs will not stick to your grill anymore, the front of your car. They just go right off, slide right off.
I'm gonna try that next time.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Brilliant. That's why you listen to this podcast or you
See,
participate somewhere.
that's stealth advertising. Because now I'm gonna start buying Pam.
Right. And it
And-
could be a generic cooking spray.
and-
but I said Pam.
But they're making a bunch of money off of a car wash.
Crazy.
Because here they are taking Pam.
Right.
No, you need, no, not just any cooking spray.
This is going to Pam, by the way.
You need Pam.
You need Pam.
Not only is it good for your food, it's good for your car too.
You
That's
need
right.
Pam.
You need Pam.
I need Pam.
Well, no.
Oh, that's see.
The viewers need Pam. You need to calm down.
Absolutely.
That's
My
self-advertising right
goodness,
there.
It's good stuff. So, how much? I'm just blown away to see some of these stats sometimes, and I guess that's my job to bring something that people would want to write down or whatever. But can you believe that nearly 2.5 billion, okay, brand-related conversions happen every day. So apparently a lot of those PAM and contractor conversations are taking place. 2.5 billion conversions for products.
Every day?
Every
day.
day in the U.S. Sorry, I should have specified the
I
U.S.
can't even
Our
understand
friends
that.
in Asia, that I don't know about. I'm sure they're 10 times what we're doing, right?
That's incredible because that almost leads me to the thought that your advertising is meaningless if it lacks human connection.
That's true.
Perhaps you're right, because 90% of those happen offline. So I'm not saying that you haven't seen that product online, a commercial for it,
Right.
in the stores, but it's been proven that a person needs to see something 3 times and perhaps have validation from another person they trust to do business or to buy that product.
They call those points of contact.
And that's why they use
that
celebrities, because people trust celebrities.
That's true.
Do they really, though?
Well,
Some people do.
Here's the interesting thought. Kim Kardashian back, I don't know, I saw an article and it expressed why she was famous. It has nothing to do with her. Well,
I can...
well, they were going to say first, like for the
Three
majority
things.
of people, like didn't watch, like it's a household name. Like Kim Kardashian is like a household name.
Ray
And
J is not.
Well, you went somewhere like
Sorry.
for the young people that are
Right,
unfamiliar
right,
with that sort of thing. No Kim Kardashian as a household name for honestly the reason that people watch TV on a regular basis. It's like you begin to hear the name, you see the show again and again. But it was almost beyond that. It was like people just talked about the name, and it became so familiar that's how people get credibility, is that word of mouth, like you expressed.
I don't think you can use credibility and Kim Kardashian in the same sentence. I don't. I think people watch because they enjoy seeing a train, come off the tracks from time to time.
I don't know. I know a couple of women who just like love Kim Kardashian products
Because of the drama. Is it okay? Kim
because
Kardashian.
she has she sells fragrance.
Okay.
She has that body spray that she has, and people have spent millions, millions and millions of dollars. And if not, the people who have invested in Kim Kardashian, like
They know how to make money.
she
Whether
gets
it's through
like-
scandal or whatever. They know how to make money.
yeah, they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
All of them.
But they were saying in that article that simply because the fact that she was familiar is what kept her relevant.
Yeah. I
So
believe
it's like that.
Yeah.
If something's familiar,
Yes.
Just kept hearing her name over and
Yes.
over again.
and it
Yes.
becomes a household name,
Right.
it's that stealth advertising
Right.
and talking and saying it, and
yeah.
then you connect it to a human experience. Like, oh yeah, the Ray J thing.
Well, she puts herself out there every day, and I mean, no pun intended. She puts herself out there, and I mean, back to our meeting earlier today, where we talked about the importance of posting and sharing, and for us, it's because that's what we do for a living, so it's not as much fun when it's on the personal side of things. But if you do not do it, people lose interest and they forget your name.
Right.
And some people actually develop habits of like watching your content, and when they're like, "Hey, where you at?"
Right.
And you fall off so fast because then they go and find someone else that does that more consistently.
Here's an interesting thought. Your name, Angie Wyatt, is
Synonymous with.
pretty much a household name.
I believe it.
Because I've had many conversations with people I barely
In a certain part of the country.
right, but in this area, I mean, it's a form of marketing. I mean, a name has power.
Sure.
I've had conversations with people, and I just mentioned GM, and they're like, "Oh, Angie Wyatt," or "Yeah, I work for the
Nice.
Spiel," or and they're Angie Wyatt, and so I think there is power in people maybe watch the show or they hear the name and it's like, no, I'm
That's
familiar with that name. I'm familiar with that person.
I'm glad I could be of
Yeah,
some use.
there's been so many times they're like, oh yeah, I work with Angie at Growing Media, and they're like, oh, I know Angie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody knows you.
Because
No,
I'm
it's the
old.
same thing.
I've been around a long time.
No, I think it goes back to what you're talking about, or maybe we could touch on, which is more of that stealth advertising. It's like really comes back to that word of mouth. Like we're just having a conversation, but really I'm selling you on the idea of Angie, even though you've never met her. She's a great person, great show, does great things.
Yeah,
Are you saying those things because I'm sitting here?
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely not. I wouldn't be sitting here without you.
Well, we talk about this because we always come full circle in some way. We've had the privilege of late to do some music videos, to work alongside some artists, some talented individuals. We were in the home of a guy that had worked with Dolly Parton for 20 years.
Yeah,
the
he
other
was
day.
insane.
Man.
Yeah.
They met with George Jones's family last week. I mean, anyway, movers and shakers and people doing great things. And you recognize talent, right? And you immediately want to compartmentalize them. You're like, okay, they're good for a concert. They're good for a show. If I want to go out one night, maybe I'll hear them play. I'll buy their record, whatever. We've really come alongside the fact that there are a few products interested in aligning with these certain, talented individuals. And it's just like a bomb. It's brilliant. It's taking multiple interests upward at the same time. And it is as simple as you said, using it, when they perform, or as many people as they're going to meet, and getting your product in the hands of celebrities. We know what Ashton Kutcher did for John Deere years ago. I'm sure he's never owned a John Deere tractor. He put a baseball hat on. John Deere couldn't keep those on the shelves. Because, that particular sector of the population, John Deere is very successful, but not among that age group or California kids.
Right.
And all of a sudden they had to have that
I
hat.
feel like it's the same thing with Carhartt.
It's exactly.
Yeah,
Carhartt.
I was gonna say
Carhartt just took off for like no reason.
Well, actually,
Bass Pro
Cart-
hats have been taken off.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Really?
Carhartt actually in Europe is a fashion statement. There are stores
Very
like that.
expensive.
It's so
not
weird to
cheap.
me.
Yeah, because when I'm over here, like everybody has like the bibs and everything. It's like, oh, that guy does work outside. It's rugged, like it lasts. And over there, like people have like 20 different colored beanies for every outfit. And it's
I
weird.
love the Carhartt brand. It's pretty
Yeah. It's, hey, Carhartt, we hear you, we
part of the
see you.
problem.
Fun fact, Carhartt was probably one of the last American-made clothing brands like that. I remember when they still had their factories here in this country, and I saw them at a merchandise mart, and they announced that they were just beginning to send the work overseas, which is unfortunate, but because that's just a brand that needs to be made in the good old US of A. But apparently that's an industry that's gone by the wayside, and they want to ship it off to,
Fast fashion.
fast
Fast
fashion.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you know that people will send fashions to a warehouse like that, and celebrities or whomever will go out and put their tags on there and just take full credit for it?
Yeah.
It is a lie. It is
Oh,
a
yeah.
lie. You have to be so careful.
Isn't there a book, Steal Like an Artist?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Is it though? Is it stealing if you maybe reinvent it in a
I
creative way?
don't think they do. I think they put their tags on it and they go to town.
Okay, then that's
I
just
think,
straight
yeah,
stealing.
Some of them do. Not all of them do.
Yeah.
But I think
Right.
some of them do. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's an awesome world out there. I mean, you will be eaten alive, but I if you're not careful, because there seems like there's so much consumption now. Do you feel that? Like
Yes.
everywhere. And you asked who asked that crazy question earlier? You. If you eat yourself, are you
No, that was
still?
me.
What
No, that was
that?
him.
What is that? I'm still thinking about that.
It's just like one of those philosophical things.
Okay, so for the viewers, if you were to eat yourself, would you double in size or disappear completely?
I can't.
You wouldn't change,
I'm.
But
Yeah.
you're eating yourself, so you have to change.
but your mass would be the same.
Would it though?
And could you really eat yourself? And would you disappear? Nobody knows.
Okay, just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, please don't. I mean, because I can hear that, I can see the comments now. You're an idiot. Why are you guys bringing this
Also,
up? You
while
would
you're
never eat
you're
yourself.
commenting, can you please like and subscribe to the video? and
Yes.
the channel.
Yes.
we would absolutely love that.
We always forget to ask for that. See, that's
Yeah.
another one of those things.
It just this reminded me like these are the types of reminders that I need.
Yeah,
Good.
follow us.
Is these
everywhere.
really weird thoughts?
good.
Where can they find us, Lucas?
You can find us on YouTube
Yeah.
Spotify, iTunes, and Stitcher for
Let's
the
go.
podcast. And then
that-
if you want to go to our website, it is growingmediamarketing.com.
That's it. And we're there.
Yep.
We're everywhere.
And on Facebook, Instagram, wherever.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
It is. Okay. I feel like we've talked enough.
Yeah. I have other projects I need to be working on.
Do you feel like we gave them anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it is short. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's short? What do we do?
Like, we're under 30, so we're good.
Oh, that's good. I
Yeah.
mean, if we're going to do a lot of these things, which that apparently is the key to a successful podcast.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah. I mean, it's also the key to life, I think.
Yeah.
A big key to life.
And Lucas might have forgotten to put our podcasts up for the new year for several months, but they're up now. I mean, it might have
there
been
was
delayed.
a technical glitch. They were
right.
up.
Yeah. And then they were gone.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How about that? He will never do that again, right? Just called him
No.
out.
I'll never have a technical glitch ever again.
You won't? Okay. All right. Do we feel like we need some? Oh, see.
That's polar
That's
opposite.
a little freaky. Okay.
That was
Wait, you
great.
know I love to do this. All right. This is great. This is where people get up from their seats. It's over. They can go home.
I want to know your definition of great.
Well, hey, listen, the thing you need to know about Lucas is he is a sound engineer. So what I just did drove him insane. But for me, it was just some type of entertainment. It was noise that you don't have to make, right?
So unorganized.
It's so unorganized noise. That's what we are. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Come back.
Bye.